What is the deal? Alright, dog. I'm building a Lightning TRS inspired rollerblade. I got two new setups I'm building today. I got the Rollerblade SK and the Rollerblade Pigeon Blue Team Skate. I'm not a big aggressive guy, to be real. I like to hit a front side every now and then, but I do like to hit a lot of large gaps because I feel when I go to the skate park, a lot of that stuff does transfer over to my urban. So I do like to do a lot of gaps and hit a lot of ramps and stuff like that. So I bought this skate because of the shock absorber. It's got a huge shock absorber in it. This is the shock absorber right here. Super thick, super beefy. I fell in love with it just as soon as I seen that. And another cool thing about this skate, you get some pretty good power transfer because you don't sandwich the sole plate between the frame and the skate. So as you can see right here, there's a big cutout in the sole plate so that way you can screw the frame directly into the skate. It makes it cool so you could even put big wheel frames on there and you're gonna get a good power transfer. This skate looks really cool even without the sole plate. So I'm excited to check it out and see what it looks like without the sole plate and use it for some big wheel as well. I feel like this is a very underrated all-around skate. You could probably use this even for urban, so I'm pretty excited because the shock absorber is going to be great for me when I go out urban. The liners, they're super comfy and they're super stiff, pretty stiff and supportive. So that's the cool thing about these liners. They're very responsive at the same time yet comfy. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to blend the two. I'm trying to build a old school Rollerblade Lightning TRS inspired skate. So I hope you guys enjoy. I'm about to tear into these right now. We'll talk about it. Let's talk about these cuff bolts. They're free spinning. It works better that way because it doesn't dig into the cuff. Usually you have these teeth that dig into the cuff and you don't get that with these. They glue a little piece of fabric here so it doesn't tear into your liner. How long that's gonna last, I don't know. But like I said, you just put your little, it comes with an extra tool. You put the tool in the teeth right here to hold it on the inside. And then you use your Allen key on the other side to take it apart. Another cool thing is if you look at the skate up close, it sparkles a little bit. Yeah, the little shimmer is a nice touch. So if you know anything about this skate, you know taking it on and off is a pain in the ass because it has two sets of laces. A lot of liners come like that. What I usually do is I just buy some longer laces and I run them through the shell and the liner. That works a lot better. It feels like one whole piece. So that's what I'm gonna try with this one. I'm gonna see if it works a little bit better. Now it's time to tear into these skates. Let's go. All right, I'm gonna take off the sole plate first. Let's not lose these. I spent like a whole 30 minutes looking for these because I accidentally put them underneath the shock absorber when I was shooting this earlier. Like I said, this skate looks really cool without the sole plate as well. So I can't wait to throw some big wheel frames on it. Let's try not to lose anything this time. Yeah, I've been waiting all week. Actually, I've been waiting a long time to set these up. I need something to skate, so I haven't been able to skate because all my skates need parts and stuff, so I couldn't wait to put this together so I could at least go to the skate park and have some fun. Yeah, I've been waiting to see what this looks like up close without a sole plate. Throw some wizard frames or something on here. To be real, I think the act was inspired by this. The ACT boot, I think it really was. Check it out, homie. That's what it looks like without the sole. Super cool, dude. Yeah, it's gonna be sick. Like I said, I think the ACT was inspired by this skate. This is very cool. And this is the sole plate. This is what it looks like. As you can see, there's a hole for the frame. So that way you can attach your frame directly to the boot. All right, let's take off this other one. I'm gonna take this whole bad boy apart. And then we're gonna mix and match all the parts. Yeah, I'm gonna buy a big wheel frame for this. I don't know which one I'm gonna get. I might just buy another Icon. But it's been a pain in the ass to find the bearings lately, so I might just get an endless frame just to switch it up. But I do like the Icon frames. They are sick because I like all the options they have. They come, you can ride them flat, rockered. You can ride two configurations like a 90 or a 110 depending on which ones you get. I'm gonna definitely probably just get a 4x80 for this. I was even thinking the Turali frames, to be real. Those frames are badass too. And I want to support Turali. He's a bad motherfucker. Let's rock and roll, baby. No. No. I'm really losing shit, man. Oh, there it is. This one got stripped. Must be in there super tight or something, eh? I was just bragging about how good this hardware is. And this bolt got stuck, dude. Always something, dog. This one too, dude? What the hell? Bro, you gotta be kidding me, dog. I have to get some new bolts for this bad boy. Try a different tool. Maybe a different tool will work. There we go. This one's a little bigger, so. There we go. Cool, dude. I think it was just that Allen. Alright, second one. Boom. Let's go. We're well on our way, homies. It'll look better with the big wheel frame, to be real. I've been waiting a minute to put these together. I don't have nothing to skate right now, so I need to get these bad boys going, eh? So I could get my butt out there. It was destroying my mental health. I get super stressed if I'm not able to skate, eh? Look at this brand new boot. Hasn't even been skated yet. And I'm already tearing it apart. I'm gonna disassemble this bad boy and reassemble it with the opposite colors. I think it's gonna be beautiful, to be real. Yeah, I was recording this video, then halfway through, I decided to go get some coffee. Then I came back and I lost the inside part of the cuff bolt. I couldn't find it for nothing, and I accidentally put it underneath the shock absorber when I was filming the video. It's a little bit late, so I think I'm gonna get to use these today. I was hoping to get this done so I could go out tonight and skate, but I don't think that's gonna work out, eh? Alright, these sole plate bolts have been a pain in the ass. I don't know why this one is stuck. Come on, dude. There we go. And last time I had to use a longer one because the thicker Allen has the shorter leverage point. I need a little bit longer leverage sometimes, so if I have to, I'll go out and get the other Allen key I have that has more leverage on it. Another tip for you is you're gonna need an Allen with a little bit more leverage, because that Allen is just not gonna cut it. See how much easier that is? When I was trying it with the other one, it was almost impossible. You need a breaker bar like you do on your bolts when you're changing your tire and it's too tight. Alright, the fun part's coming up. Time for reassembly. Gotta hurry because I'm getting hungry. Got some magenta laces and I got some lime green laces. I've been dreaming about doing this since both these skates came out. I was like, man, I would love to mix and match the parts on those. Now I finally get the opportunity. Let's put these purple ones on. I've been waiting forever to see what these look like, dude. Hell yeah. Boom, looks sick so far. I've been waiting too long for this. This took me all night, and I only got one skate done. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to finish the rest later because I'm exhausted. Good night, homie. Fuck, already chipping it, man. Fuck. Alright, guys. This project's been a pain in the ass. Getting those wheels in was a motherfucker. I still gotta put the wheels in that bitch. Finish fixing up that boot. Looking pretty cool though. This one's done. Alright, we'll see how this ends up. Alright, I think when I painted these, it made the walls a little bit thicker. I think that's why those inner wheels were hard to put in. So I'm gonna shave where the hole is a little bit, and that should help. It helped with the last one, so. With the dead wheels. Alright, homie. It's time to baptize these motherfuckers. Woo! Gap City, baby. Oh yeah, look at those blanks. From the start, huh? What's up, homie? Time for my final thoughts. I want to talk about the laces first. I accidentally bought these too long, and it was perfect to run through the liner. I know a lot of people complain about there's two laces, this and that. A lot of the liners come with two laces. Just take them out and either don't run them through the liner or run them through the liner, and that'll fix that. If I would have bought them a little shorter, they would have been just perfect to tie at the top. But I like to wrap my laces around my skate. Shout out to Austin Paz, because I know he hates that shit. But it gives my skate a little bit more swag. I kind of like that. And they still tie just fine. So what I do is you have to go underneath these little flaps here. So you pull it tight, and then you can run them underneath the flaps. And then wrap them around. And it gives the skate a little extra swag. And a little extra stability. It doesn't compromise it at all. The fact that I have to run them underneath these flaps, it works just fine. Um, like I said, if I would have bought them a little shorter, it would have worked a lot better, and I wouldn't have had to run them around, but no big deal. And then the next thing I want to talk about is the bolts. The bolts for the sole plate were super soft. Be careful when you're switching out sole plates, because I stripped I don't know how many bolts. And the leverage on the Allen key that you get comes on the longer side, so the leverage for it is with the short part of the handle, so it's really hard to turn it. So you'll have to get another Allen key so you can get some better leverage on it. So yeah, just switch out your Allen key, because that one for your sole plates is not gonna work that well. And like I said, the bolts are really soft, so you're gonna have to be very careful, or you're gonna strip them like I did. It's a flat boot, so it's not a raised heel. So I do like it for when I jump gaps. It has like a flat sole, so when you jump and you land, I think it feels a little bit more natural when you have the flat sole. But for skating, it takes some getting used to. So I kind of switched it up. Sometimes I ride it with the flat sole, and like I said, it feels more natural when I'm jumping gaps when I'm landing. Because when you have a raised heel, like, I feel like you kind of, I anyways overcompensate, and I always lean forward when I'm landing. So this actually fixes that for me with the flat boot. But for skating, I feel like you have to get used to the flat boot for skating. So in this one, what I did is I got a power slide shock absorber, and I put it underneath the insole, and it gives me that raised heel. So when I put the shock absorber underneath the insole, it gives me that raised heel, so it kind of fixes that. So when I skate, it feels a little bit more natural for skating, and it gives me a little bit more shock absorption. This made it the perfect gap setup, because then I have the huge shock absorber underneath, and then I have this one underneath the insole. And it feels more natural for skating, and it helps for a little bit more shock absorption with the gaps. And then, like I said, sometimes I like to ride it with the flat boot, because that feels more natural too, to like when I'm landing, because I don't got the forward lean. Whatever I feel like skating that day, I skate. Alright, now let's talk about this Blank SK. Another reason why I bought this bad boy, because it was only 200 bucks. I could not pass that up for 200 bucks. It's already a high quality skate, and getting it for $200 was a steal. I don't know if it's still out there for 200 on inline, but if it is and you're looking for an aggressive skate, I suggest you buy it, because for 200 bucks, it's a wicked skate for 200 bucks. And here's the cuff, and then here's the boot. But this is what I got here, and I could mix and match them if I want. I could ride them like this. I could change out I could change up the cuffs, like ride one purple cuff and one black cuff or whatever. These were a dope setup. I'm pretty happy with these. So this has been my Rollerblade Blank Lightning TRS inspired skate. Bueno.